The TMR gang is about to go live online. Catch the video stream of the hottest and most awarded morning program on Philippine FM radio, The Morning Rush. Straight from the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, or twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Time to have fun with hosts Chico, Marky, Rica, and Hazel. Join the TMR gang now. Stand by and enjoy the program.
Monster RX93.1. Time for the top 10 for today, and we are live on Facebook.
Oh, yes, we are. Go to facebook.com/RX931 right now so you can join us, or you can go to Twitch TV and YouTube Live as well. Good morning, monsters.
Good morning. All right, so here we go. Let's jump into our first top 10 for today, courtesy of Carlos Laron, Friendship Red Flags. Let's start off with Memski. Pag feeling niya, kasali siya sa away ng pamilya nyo.
Oh, that's a little I would call it overstepping.
Yes. I mean, alam mo yung gets ko yung, kasi sometimes gusto mo rin mag-unload about your family problems.
Yeah.
Pero for me, if you're the recipient, just be more of a listening kind of friend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, mahirap yan eh. Even if kampihan mo siya and you start talking smack about their family members,
And
they will get defensive after a while.
especially if it's such a serious issue. Kasi gets ko pa yung, alam mo yung awkward enough na nga as it is kung, kunyari, nakisabay ka sa friend mo, tapos kasabay niyo rin yung, I don't know, like, her parents or siblings, tapos medyo nag-aaway na sila in your
Yeah.
presence. That's
Yeah.
already awkward enough. But if it were more serious, I can't even imagine getting involved or wanting to get involved.
That is true.
Diba?
And coming from the super malas guy, after bearing all your deep dark secrets, hala, biglang may pa-blind item on social media with the defense na, no names naman eh.
Oh no. I mean, you don't have to name names.
Right?
People would know.
That's the thing. Okay, kahit walang names eh, people can do the math.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, they're like, alam na nila na ikaw pala yun.
And even if people won't know, you would know. That doesn't feel good.
Yep. Tsaka parang, ba't mo ginagawang clickbait yung problema
Parang
ko?
pinagpipiestahan mo ko.
Oo.
Yeah.
And also, from Maxim De Winter, friendship red flags. Pag may problema ka, mas interested siya in the details of the kwento more than how you're doing.
Oh, so parang nakikichismis lang.
Like gathering information.
Yes.
Like, give me the dirt.
Give me all the dirt. O
What?
tapos, anong sinabi niya? O tapos ganito. Yung para siyang reporter na gathering
Information,
who, what,
yeah.
why, where, when,
Mm.
how.
Yeah.
Para pag kinwento niya, kompleto yung details. Oh, yeah. That's a little, yeah.
Alarming.
Kasi diba, usually, ano mo, it's like, oh, but how are you doing?
Mm.
Are you okay? Do you need help? You know?
Yeah.
Usually, parang ganun yung hinihintay.
For me, more important than remembering the details, it's really, talking to your friend about how they feel. Whether it's a good story or a bad story. Alam mo yon, yung parang it's all about just being there for them.
True. Hala, bakit daw kumukuti-kutitap yung mata mo, Hazel?
Huh?
Sabi
Wow.
niya.
Ano
Sabi ni Adrian.
Pasko na sa mga mata ko. Nakikita ko na si GMC.
Oo.
Simisilip na sa dita.
Nakikita mo na ang Pasko or nakikita mo na ang past ko?
Nakikita ko na ang aginaldo ni Ninong.
That
As
would be
if.
interesting. And coming from Camilo, friendship red flags. When he's a little too eager and excited to retort, rebuff, or rebut whatever it is you're saying.
Kontrapelo.
Hindi, tsaka parang usually, di ba, when you do that, nagkataon lang na iba yung opinion mo. Pero parang may enjoyment, may nasisense ka na parang actually mali yung sinabi mo. Pero may, this is my chance to put you in your place. Medyo may ganon kang nararamdaman.
Like there's a way to
Parang-
do it without doing the other part. Without the, you're relishing the fact that they're wrong and you're right.
Mm.
For me, pag tama, kunyari, I just want to correct someone, I do it, but then I also kind of crack a joke or say something else to just to make sure na they don't feel bad that I corrected them. Because I wouldn't want
If
them to
I
feel
were
bad.
that friend, anything talaga that is related to competition or yung mga ganon, I step back. As in, pag ganon, kuwari, kinorekt ako, I literally stop. I'm like, okay, edi sige, ikaw na. Alam mo yun? Especially in that way. Because if it's in the way that, Hazel mentioned, where we could still have a conversation after, then I'd be fine with that. Pero alam mo yung
Right.
parang, you're enjoying the fact that I made a mistake. I'd be like, okay, fine, you get the spotlight. I want to leave, honestly.
Mm-mm.
True.
And also, from Legal Millennial, Redship Flintstaff, ano daw?
Ano?
Friendship.
Ano?
What did you
Friendship,
say?
friend
Parang
staff.
alam mo, mas mahirap pa yung mas mahirap pa yung sinabi mo.
Pinahirapan niya talaga yung sarili
Red
niya.
flags.
Hindi, Landship Ridge staff.
Ano daw? Saan nang galing yun?
Hindi ko din, parang you started speaking a different language.
I know, right? From Legal Millennial, they expect you to celebrate with them during the good times, but get jealous when you do. Yung parang kunya, pag sila, meron silang sineselebrate, parang, come, celebrate with me. Pero pag ikaw naman yung merong cause to celebrate, parang, they will, pero you sense na parang, they're jealous.
May
Oo.
inggit
Yeah.
factor.
May inggit factor. Kasi sa akin, parang, siguro it's more acceptable pag it's very specific. Like for example, let's choose a very na lang, yung medyo super obvious. Yung kunyari, I got an interview with Lisa Vanderpump. Alam mo yun? Yung parang,
Kita mo yung mata niya.
nakita ko lang, eye roll. Yung parang, I would actually
that acrylic shield will not shield you from anything.
yung parang, I would understand if sasamaan loob ni Hazel because that's something that she's wanted forever. Pero yung kunyari, it has yung general success mo lang na kakasal ka na, magkakaanak ka, nagka-boyfriend ka, na-promote ka. Yung mga parang something that everybody wants naman talaga in general.
I feel like Hazel didn't hear anything after you interviewed Lisa Vander. Like she doesn't care about your story.
I'm seething. And it's not even true.
Don't play with her.
Right
Don't
now.
play.
So you're seething? Meron
Seething.
Meron kang mga
Buto.
buto-buto? Oo. alam mo, I feel so bad na pareho kami ng hirit ni Rica.
Walang yan ka.
You feel bad about it?
Parang, ibig sabihin, pareho kami ng humor.
I mean, looks like it.
Pareho kami
It's really us, Chico.
Oo nga.
We are one person.
Pareho kami ng hirit.
Hi.
And coming from, and the top, friendship red flags, comes from Camilo and Elijah Space Cole.
They both say.
Camilo says, tuwing may milestone or achievement sa buhay mo, ang una niyang bukang bibig ay, sana ako rin.
I can't even celebrate with you, just even for a moment.
Oo nga eh.
But
Makes
in a
it
way, isn't that more acceptable than someone who's just secretly jealous of you?
Alam mo, that's true though.
At least they're letting
At
you
least
know.
they're open about it. Kasi parang when you're open about it, it's not as
It's not harmful.
malicious.
Kasi
nga parang you're okay with letting your friend know that you're naiinggit.
Oh.
Parang I think it is healthier in a way. And from Elijah Space Call, pag nagrarant siya, nakikinig ka. Pero when it's your turn to vent, sasabihan niya na emotionally drained na siya. Kaya keep the vibe positive na lang.
Oh my God.
Ay, wow.
They just don't want to
Oh.
listen to you.
Hindi kasi
Yeah.
kunyari,
Go get another friend.
Pag ganun talaga yung vibe nila, na ayaw nila ng drama, gets ko. Pero sana consistent ka. Pero kung ikaw rin, nagra-rant ka rin naman, 'di ba? Parang be fair. Hindi lang naman ikaw ang may karapatan
Ang may
na
problema sa
mag-rant.
mundo.
Ikaw lang ang may problema sa mundo. So there you go, the top 10 friendship red flags. If you've got entries, we've got one more batch, but we'll play a couple of songs here in the RX booth, and but we will stay on Facebook Live.
So go ahead and join us again, facebook.com/RX931. 9:28 time for this next track by Aurora, Cure for Me, only on the Monster. Yellow.
Wait lang, nawala si Rica.
I'm here.
Why'd you disappear? Ah, there. Okay.
What we doing? What we doing? Ano, iinom na lang.
Ano?
Inuman na lang tayo.
Inuman na lang tayo.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ano, inuman na lang. Ganon.
Ano na? Kamusta na? Ano na nangyayari?
Mga Mars.
Lumabas si Emily. Ayun, nahuli na asawa niya.
Nakakaasar.
Ano si Romel? Yung kaopisina niya. No?
Alam mo, dapat
Emily na yan.
dapat nag-acting challenge tayo habang wala si Mark.
Ay, oo nga. Kasi lugi tayo pag
Lugi tayo
nandito
pag
siya.
Oo nga.
Kasi
Sige,
seryoso
G ako.
legit siya. Like, wala ba kayong Filipino or Tagalog monologue na pwedeng basahin? Like, that we will,
Wait,
parang
mag-search ako.
reading challenge ulit tayo. Since linggo ng wika, dapat straight Tagalog.
Monologue.
Ito.
Yung monologue or
Hindi
something
dapat
na,
hirapan natin. Dapat yung mga tipong no limitangere level. Or ibong Adarna.
wag,
Florante at Laura. OMG.
Oh my God.
Ay.
Florante at Laura.
Promise. That was our...
Okay, Rica sent us something.
Sige.
What is this?
Let's see.
Entertainment movies. Okay, these are from movies naman.
Okay. Wait a
Movie
minute.
lines.
Where is
Pero
it?
parang
There
mga
it is.
may iksi siya eh.
Ay, oo
Maganda
nga.
yung medyo parang exchange or like a full-on like monologue. Para talagang mahaba.
Anong movie na famous
For like having a long
na
line.
pangtatluhan, yung batuhan ng tatlong tao? 'Di ba? Para like
Oo nga eh.
we will assign one character to each one.
Ano, yung tawag mo dun?
Pangtatlo.
Yung Four Sisters.
Kasi hindi sila tatlo eh. Madami sila.
Hindi, meron namang mga lines dun na tatlo lang yung
Tatlo lang.
nagsasalita.
May makukuha.
Meron pa bang trio kang naiisip na? Yung Mikey, Regine, and like, malagi nilang may kino-comment sa Facebook yon. What movie is that, guys? Yung,
ano yun?
yung si I Can Live, I Can Love song. Or Sister Akas daw.
Sister
Sino yung
Akas.
Ano yung Sister Akas?
I don't know eh.
It's
a 2012 film. Chris Vice. Okay, sige. Parang may lines ba doon?
May linyahan ba doon? Maganda yung mga eh.
Oo nga eh.
Madami dalawahan no? Yung mga, wag mo
Oo.
materi-teri.
Oh my God. Remember, you were supposed to do a TikTok of that.
Wag mo ako
We forgot.
materi-teri. Ang tanong ko, are you my husband? Yan, mga ganun.
Oh, I want to do that so bad. Right? I want. Do-Re-Mi, sabi nila.
Do-Re-Mi?
Yun yung Regine, Mikey, and Donna.
Oh.
Ang hirap, wala akong makita na ano
Oo
eh.
nga eh. Wait.
Na
Hindi,
magandang
alam ko na. I will
linyahan.
search for
Ay, may
it
time pa tayo.
online.
2:30 pa lang. So, ano ba?
Ito. Let me see.
Maganda kasi Tagalog eh. May mga nagsasuggest like Mean Girls. I mean, that we can do that for another day. But because it's
Yeah.
buwan ng wika,
Oo nga eh.
you kind of want something that heavy Tagalog.
Ano, may nagtanong daw, guys. Ano daw English ng Tagalog?
Tagalog.
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 Sige, isip tayo dyan. Hanap tayo, guys.
Wag na daw, magchismisan na lang daw tayo.
Chismisa na lang. Ganun ba yon? Ay, ito. Meron ako nakita na script.
Okay, go.
Grabe naman to. Tungkol pa sa mamamatay tao. Parang bagay kay Rica to script na to.
Sige, go.
Sige,
Maganda
G.
yan. Kung merong mamamatay tao. G yan, G.
Wait lang. Ang wild yung nakita ko. Wild. Alam mo, dapat nagsulat na lang pala tayo ng script. Kung alam kong mahirap humanap ng ganito.
Napanood niyo na ba yung Amanda Knox
Yeah.
Netflix documentary? What did you think?
Not the Netflix documentary, but I've seen other Amanda Knox docus na before pa. Earlier.
I'm
May
like
bago ba?
80%. I'm 80% convinced that she didn't do it. But then sometimes they would bring up something that would
It's hard to tell
kind of like make me think about it. You know what I mean? And most of her defense is more like, oh, I'm just a weird, kooky girl.
Yeah.
But, I mean, wala lang. Napaisip lang ako because, I don't know, it's like one of the, like, yun nga, true crime stories that made me a little confused.
Pero kasi ang hirap din kasi when that happened, ang tagal na kasi nun eh. So, hindi pa,
True.
wala pang mga CCTV. It's kind of really hard to tell like who's telling the truth as opposed to kung ngayon nangyari yun. Na feeling ko mas madaling
But
mahuli yung ano.
It's true that she was sensationalized. Wasn't she? Like, talagang pinagpiestahan siya ng media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's understandable because of her age, because it happened in another country.
True. And then she's like a tall, blonde, beautiful woman.
Yeah.
You know, there's like
what
bunch
I
of
watched?
stuff.
I watched The Girl in the Basement. It's the Lifetime version of the true story yung kay Joseph Fritzl.
That again?
The dad who imprisoned his daughter in the basement for
yes.
20 years or something.
That's you know what? That's it, it's so weird that you mentioned that because I just watched Room and apparently the writer, the author of that book, that's where it came from, the story.
It's super, super similar. But then again, yung sa Room kasi
it's more of like for entertainment.
No, and it's less creepy kasi hindi naman niya dad yung nag-imprison sa
kanya.
Yes, yung sa The Girl in the Basement, it's more accurate because
and didn't they have like
the dad. They had kids.
Didn't they have like kids?
They had kids. In the movie, they had 3 kids and I think she had like 1 miscarriage. But in reality, I think they had 7 kids.
Oh my
God.
So medyo medyo mas mild version pa yung movie. Pero the movie itself, the Lifetime movie was already so taxing to watch. Very, very dark and it's super draining. But yeah, I've also seen the documentary of basta I found lang
something.
A streaming, site with it. Tapos yun, I streamed it lang. And anyway, yun nga, diba? I don't know if you guys have seen the actual documentary because I've also seen the actual documentary about it like a few years back. So parang nung napanood ko siya, naisip ko na nga na parang, wait a second, this seems familiar. And that's when I found out na, okay, so it's based pala on a true story. That story. Medyo wild.
That's so crazy, you know.
The breakout.
I know, Brie
Larson,
yeah.
That's why she was nominated.
Yeah, she won.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
He won
right.
for that
It's
movie.
such a
Right.
good. It's like one of my favorite books. You know what? Actually, I have like a I have a weird connection with that book. Kasi I was just when it comes to choosing books, kasi I don't like reading the story. Not naman like, but like I don't usually read like the back of the book. Sometimes I go to the bookstore and then I look at the covers and I see what like I look at alam mo parang what speaks to me. Then there was
Mm.
that one day that I just saw the cover of Room. I didn't know what it was, but then when I started reading it, I was like, this is the book for me. And not for anything, not because it's like true crime or whatever, but it's like I fell
Yeah.
in love with I couldn't put it down. So when the movie came out, I was like, finally, para mabigyan ng visuals naman yung nasa book. Because,
Also,
diba, it's
you
such
read the book
a,
first.
yeah, I read the book first. And then
Oh.
finally, when the movie came out, I was like, yes, I want to
Kasi
see
ano eh,
this.
very riveting talaga yung story.
Yes.
I think this is Tino. He's asking if I've seen Flowers in the Attic. Have I seen Flowers in the
What
Attic?
is it?
Obviously, it's the VC Andrews movie. I think did I make you watch it? Okay, just to give you a background, actually, the Lifetime version or adaptation of Flowers in the Attic isn't the first. There was a 90s movie that I remember watching as a child. I remember it like from my childhood na may napanood ako na ganun yung story. And then when I was in high school, I read the book. And when I read the book, I realized, alam mo, parang familiar na tong story na to sa akin. And so I searched for it sa internet and I found out that the movie I remember from my childhood was based on the book that I read in high school. And then a few years back, they actually had another movie based on that book na nirelease
What's
sa
it about?
Lifetime.
Wow.
It's very incestuous. It's also about a family basically being stuck in the attic.
Ah,
Tapos parang the mom wanted the inheritance,
Sige,
but then
BRB.
ayaw nung super rich dad niya and the family, the mom. They were like super religious. Alam mo yung to
yeah.
the point of uh scary na ganon. Tapos they didn't kasi parang the mom had kids with like an uncle if I remember. It's something like that. Parang may relationship sila na ganon.
Yes.
So
Is this
bawal.
different from the wolf family? Alala mo yun, that where they
No,
just
this
lived
is
in a
ano
room?
eh, Dollenganger, parang Dollenganger, I think that's the last name of the family. Tapos, yun, basically they had kids, they were stuck in the attic, they were promised na okay, you just give me a little more time, I'll tell your lolo na about you guys. Sabi niya nung kasi nabiyuda na siya or something. So she needed money from her parents. Anyway, ang ending, the kids got stuck there for the longest time. Tapos nagkaroon na rin ng something between the brother and sister because they were
They were
twins.
there, yeah.
Oo, and they were stuck
Oh,
there. And
I
parang
think I saw the trailer of this
it
one,
was
yeah.
the lola who kind of brought that to their attention. Yung parang lagi silang ina-accuse, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Ganyan, ganyan. So parang sila na rin mismo, they created like their own family up there, like the older brother, older sister, and the twins na younger siblings nila. Anyway, it's
I
a
wanna watch this. Oh, wow.
I feel like pinapanood ko na 'to sa'yo. Si Heather Graham
I,
yung mom.
feeling ko hindi. Feeling ko sinabi mo lang.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But
sinabi
yes,
mo.
it's actually a book I really enjoyed when I was in high
Do you still
school.
have it? Can I
I
borrow?
do, I do. Yeah, yeah, sure. It's a book na may mga it's like a 4-part book, a 5-part book, but
Mm-hmm.
you can read. I have all of them, I think. So, it's super interesting. Anyway, if you guys can check it out on Lifetime. They also released a bunch of other titles from the same author na ginawang movie.
You know the book that I really like? It's A Child Called It. I reread that book maybe like 3 times, and that's the only book na binasa ko 3 times. Have you ever heard
Talaga.
it? Oo. I mean,
No,
like it's
I'm not. Who's
a
the
child
author?
called I forgot. I'm sure like some of the rushers know. Please comment the author. But it's
Parang
a child
familiar
called
yung
It.
title.
Kasi a child called It kasi nga they call like one of their children It. Like to the point na hindi na siya tao. So
Oh,
it's like more of an abuse story. And
oh
it's a true
wow.
story. Actually, the child is the author,
Oh wow.
Shayon.
I'll
Yeah,
check it out when I
so
get home.
yeah,
Let me look for that.
my one of my favorites. It's a little dark. Um, but I think you'll enjoy it. And I think public speaker na rin siya or motivational speaker. A child, Dave Pelzer. There we go. That's the author. Yeah,
Oh.
siya din yung child called It. I think he was in a foster home, I believe, and then they call him It.
Ang
Tapos
apelyido
hindi
daw ba niya
nila,
Bulaga?
It Bulaga! Nakakainis.
A child
Nakakainis.
called
Ay,
It
It.
Bulaga. Wait lang, 10 seconds. I'll be back on here. Hold on.
Bawal judgmental. Nakakainis. It's showtime!
Monster RX 93.1. Time for the final top 10 for today. And we are thanking Carlos Laron for the topic. We are still on Facebook Live.
We are on Facebook Live, facebook.com/RX931. Rica and I are on Facebook Live.
Ay! Kanina pa
The
ako
internet.
Kanina pa ako natatanggal. All right. So here we go. Let's just jump into it. Coming from Patrick Starlord, friendship red flags when he veils his offensive insults as jokes. And if you are offended, he'll just say, ang KJ nito,
Joke lang eh. Ugh, whatever.
para joke lang eh. Galit naman kagad.
Whatever.
Ay, may mga friends talaga tayo na sensitive
Pero,
eh.
hindi,
Kahit
pero
ano
kasi,
pa yan.
depends eh, how close you are. At saka you know where to stop.
Tsaka ano, you have to know where they're coming from. Meron naman kasi talaga yung friends na harmless naman, mapang-asar lang. Like,
Mm.
you know, me. Pero meron din yung parang, alam mo na, parang it's ano eh, it's coming from a malicious place like we
Yeah.
talked about. By the way,
Or,
I'm seeing a lot of, before, like a few days ago, a lot of Cecil demands on Facebook.
Oh,
Guess what?
okay.
I told Cecil
what?
to watch, and she watched us on Facebook Live last
Cecil!
Ang
week.
ganda!
No!
Cecil
I
actually
love
watched us on
it.
Facebook.
Wait,
I
how
don't
is
know.
Cecil?
She's fine. She was
Cecil,
shocked
I'm on your side.
when I told her
Cecil.
about, like, sabi ko, the clamor. Sabi ko, grabe, Cecil, hinahanap ka nila. Kasi, they want your side of the story.
Oo.
Tapos,
Oh
and
my gosh, we need to hear Cecil's side.
no, and I alam mo, may mga nalaman pa nga ako eh. I was talking to my
Ano?
other besties na ang daming walkout episodes ni Cecil. Yung iba nga nakalimutan ko na eh. Pero meron
Wait,
pa.
because of you. Because of you.
Selective memory nga
Oo.
I think I really forget
ng
these
ano.
things because it's best to just
Which-
forget about them.
Which is which is consistent with the predator with the predator
Hashtag
Mentality.
justice for
Ano ba
Cecil.
yun? Grabe kayo!
Oo nga, as in. And coming from Camilo, friendship red flags, lagi siyang umiiwas sa kahit anong seryosong usapan tungkol sa inyong pagkakaibigan.
Mm.
I'm a little guilty of this.
Ako rin.
Pero
Kasi
kasi in
awkward eh.
general naman eh. In
Awkward
general, I don't like talking about serious stuff. Even about me.
I don't
So,
I don't like talking about it face to face. I don't mind sending a long message. Just message me. I don't mind sending or receiving. Pero parang I would feel more uncomfortable if it were brought up in my presence. Tapos I have to react right
Like
then and
immediately.
there. Oo.
Yes.
yeah.
Ako naman parang like for me, mga serious talks.
Yeah.
Parang more for like family, significant other,
Yeah.
Not that you can't if you're friends, pero feeling ko lang parang ito na nga yung nakaka-relax tayo kasi walang pressure. I mean, gets kasi
Yeah.
pag
Mm-mm.
family, pag significant other, parang you're bound by something deeper than how you treat each other or the situation. So meron kayong pressure to
Mm-mm.
fix it, to get along.
Mm-mm.
That's supposedly na nga, parang for me at least, ako lang to. Parang that's the upside of friendships, that you give
Yeah.
each
Yeah.
other more space. So parang hindi na natin kailangan pag-usapan minsan. Parang pag okay na.
Unless it's really, really serious, I would be, nothing is that serious. You know, if like, let's say sumama lang loob mo, okay, fine, let's talk about it for 5 minutes, but
Tapos na.
let's not
Oh, right.
dwell on it. Yeah.
Yeah, hindi ako maano, yung like kunyari pag friend ko na tipong, Hazel, halika, mag-usap tayo.
I hate
Ay,
that.
nako, I hate that.
Pareho tayo.
Flashback.
That is so not my
Flashback.
thing.
Mm-mm.
You know, I'm just passive aggressive, right? I'm just not
Yeah.
gonna talk to you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ignore you until I'm fine. Then we go back to normal.
Yeah.
Actually, no, parang, alam mo, sumama talaga loob ko nung,
Just,
Okay, let's not get into that.
I
Alam mo yung
know.
parang, no, it's so awkward.
tapos ano pa, hindi, tapos yung ano pa, yung medyo maluluha pa, kasi sabi mo, on time ka.
Akala ko ba magkaibigan tayo?
Yo. I cannot.
Sabi mo, on time ka na, pero hindi ka na naman nagising.
Ay, on time ako. Nandito na ako ng 6 o'clock.
I know.
And coming from, let me see here, from Emo Fats. Oh, ito, I don't know if the kids kasi remember, pero very single white female. Unti-unti kanyang kinokopya in terms of personality and identity.
That is a red flag. That is scary.
That is scary.
I felt that way towards a friend.
Oh my god.
Actually, I felt that way more than once towards a friend. And
Seriously?
yeah, different friends. And it's a red flag for me, and I tend to stay away from that person.
Oh, yeah.
Lalo na pag parang at the height of their, I wouldn't say obsession, but at the height of their passion.
Okay.
Pag nafe-feel ko na they're so passionate to, like, when it comes
To
to
be
our
like you.
friendship, na parang they want to hang out with me all the time. They're constantly messaging me. They constantly tell me they like the things I like. Yung ganon.
Yeah.
I get a little freaked out pag ganyan. Yung parang I feel
Mm.
suffocated, and my tendency is to stay away from you. Tapos,
I feel
ako
like
na
I
yung-
know. Yeah. I have
You
an
know.
idea. Yeah.
no, in general.
No, because I get you. Yeah.
And then pag ganon, I just, parang papalamigin ko lang. Tapos, hindi naman sa dinump na kita as a friend completely. Papalamigin ko lang para hopefully you find other friends to hang out with,
Yeah.
and you find other passions and interests. Tapos, I'll hit you up again when I feel like siguro
Comfortable
medyo
again,
okay
oo.
na. Oo, hindi na siya ganun
Like,
ka.
you're not gonna unfriend this person. You're not gonna completely stay
No, I'm
away.
not.
Just like make it, just relax. Parang ganon.
Parang maglagay lang tayo ng wall between us for a little bit.
Mm-mm.
Kapag medyo na freak out. Have you guys ever had that also?
Yeah, sometimes when they're into it like too much. Ako naman, yung parang feeling ko, I can't reciprocate.
Mm-mm.
I have that, yung parang, oh no, I really cannot be on your level. So that's the reason why I stay away.
Ako, I see it from another friend.
Mm.
Yung experience niya. Pero ako, wala masyado. Yeah.
Okay.
And coming from 7070, meron din siya dapat kung ano yung meron ka.
Oh.
So, merong ganon, yung parang merong aspect na,
Whatever you have,
and,
I have to
and
have.
sometimes even in the bigger things, like for example, kasi madali na yung material, di ba na?
Yeah.
May bagong phone ka.
Yeah.
May bagong phone. Oh, fine, edi parehong bagong phone nyo. Mahirap pag yung may relationship ka na, may boyfriend ka, kailangan ako rin.
Oh, yeah.
Or, na-promote ka, kailangan ako rin. Kasi like, that's not something you can just snap your finger and,
Yung parang
make
you
it
will
happen.
make it happen.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever it takes.
And Puchoy Choi says, if your friend's idea of fun is to do things that could either put you in danger or malalagay sa alanganin. Ito yung mga BI,
Mm.
yung mga parang,
Mm.
sus, wag na, sige na, inom na tayo. I mean, gets, yung that kind of friend
Oo.
na
Yeah.
hindi nila iniisip yung posibleng
Repercussions.
repercussion.
Ang scary nun. Like, I'm imagining, kunyari, nasa club kayo, you're partying, and you're like, ayoko na uminom kasi I'm driving pa.
Yes,
Tapos
yes.
they're like, nope, kaya mo yan, hello, ano lang,
Yes,
one
yes,
last
yes.
shot. Yung parang, wait a minute, are you my friend? Or do you want me to get in an accident?
Like,
What's
if
wrong?
something
Yeah.
happens to me, ikaw ba mag-aalaga sa akin? Ikaw ba ang haharap sa mga magulang ko?
Hindi,
Totoo
parang
yan.
it all boils down to peer pressure. Parang pag napi-peer pressure ka na ng friend mo, you're like, are you really my friend? You should know, I mean, you know me.
Right.
Diba? If I say no, then I say no.
And from Patrick Starlord, friendship red flags, pag nakita niyang fake yung suot mo, i-bring up niya pag maraming nakakarinig. Kahit pa joke,
Mm,
To humiliate
it's
you.
the, like, I'm gonna make sure everybody knows that your bag is fake. Pero
pero
dadaan niya
alam
sa
mo,
joke lang, ganun.
ngayon, tawang-tawa ko dun sa trend na yung kunwari you guys are eating in your family house. Tapos yung parang, ma, si Hazel gusto daw ng fruit salad. Wala ba daw fruit salad?
Ayan nga.
Even if he didn't say.
Alam mo ba?
Yan nga yung ano ni Cecil.
So many people messaged me, sent me the link to that, like to those videos on
The
Facebook.
Cecil challenge.
Yung Cecil
And they're all like,
challenge.
ito yung ginawa mo kay Cecil. Grabe.
Yan talaga.
Tawan-tawa ko kasi whatever you say, even if you deny it, it's already there.
Right?
The humiliation is still there.
And
Tawan-tawa ako.
the top friendship red flags comes from Camilo and 7070.
They both say.
From Camilo, they still follow your ex on social media and even like his
Ooh.
posts.
What if ano? Kasi I have also some friends na they became my friends because they were with like a friend. With my friend. Alam mo yun, they were in a relationship with my friend or they dated my friend. So, naging social media friends na rin. Am I
It depends on...
Am I supposed to unfriend them because the relationship ended? I mean, it's no
But I
big
think
deal. It's not like we talk to each other anyway. Like, they're just there.
Yeah. But I think it also depends on how you are, you and your ex. If you guys are good, then I feel like your friends should also be good with
Okay.
each other.
Feeling ko, if my friend were to tell me, yung nakipaghiwalay, oy, i-unfriend mo na si ganyan, yung ex niya, then I would. But
Okay.
you have to ask me because
Okay.
chances are, I'm not even gonna remember it. I'm not even gonna think of like,
Right.
oh no, break na si ganyan, tsaka si ganyan, teka, unfriend ko na
Hindi
siya.
kasi like kung nilalike mo pa kasi yung post. So alam mong friend mo siya kasi nakikita mo yung post. Nilike mo pa eh.
But they're not.
What if you find out in the DL na they're actually talking?
Ay, iba yun.
In the DL na nagdi-DM.
Ay! Iba yun. Iba yun.
Oh, juicy.
And from 7070, friendship red flags. Kapag nalaman mo na ang number mo sa phone niya saved as Orokan.
Yes!
Ang plastic mo.
Grabe yung Orokan. Grabe naman yun.
Parang kami ng brother ko. Forever. Kasi nakita niya sa phone ko nakalagay, Boju Pangit. Yun yung nakalagay sa phone ko. That's my brother's name. Alam mo, nilagay niya sa phone niya. Kasi Sanse yung tawag niya sa akin. Sanse Salot. Yun, so yun yung name.
Ang
name ko sa
masasabi ko
phone.
lang, accurate yung nilagay ni Boy.
Accurate.
Salot.
Hashtag Team Bodge.
Team Bodge. Team Boju.
Grabe kayo.
What about us?
Mm.
What's our entry?
Ano ba?
Talagang,
Because you don't wanna give away. You don't wanna give away a lot of stuff.
Kung sino. Kung sino yung pinaparinggan mo.
Oh gosh.
Sige, let's see, let's see. Ah,
Um, ano, for me, friendship red flag is when you feel like you're being guilted into doing certain things. That means they're emotionally manipulative for me. And that is a big red flag. Yung
mm,
parang they do stuff for you. And at first you think, oh, they're just doing it for me because they're my friend and they love me. And I
Yeah.
love that they're doing these things for me. But then yun nga, when then they ask you to do stuff for them or to take their side in like an argument or a fight with your other friends. And parang they hold that over your head na parang, remember, I did this for you. I mean,
yeah,
marami tayong entries na ganun
yeah.
kanina eh. That is a big red flag to me. Kasi parang, you know what? You're manipulating me. Kasi kung friend naman talaga kita, you don't even have to tell me to take your side. I will take
Kung
your
tama ka
side.
naman talaga. Oo.
Kung whether tama ka or hindi. Actually, like I said, I'm a ride or die kind of friend. So, if we have reached that level of friendship and I consider you a ride or die, even if you're in the wrong, I will probably take your side. I mean, I will tell you you're wrong about this, but my loyalty will always be to you over other people. So, yun lang, if I feel like I'm being yung my loyalty is not coming from me, if it's like forced loyalty na parang because I did this for you,
You have to take
Right.
myself.
It's like an
have myself.
obligation.
Basta pag na-feel ko na parang may blackmail involved or may ganun, then I would I would think that's a big red flag.
For me, siguro like, well, I don't know if it counts as red flag, pero when being with that person makes you feel bad about yourself, which doesn't mean it's always their fault. Minsan it's also your fault.
Mhm.
Pero when you
Mm.
start feeling not good about yourself whenever you're with them, minsan kasi dumadating sa ganong point na parang, ba't ganun? Pagkasama ko siya, hindi ako,
Masaya.
hindi ako masaya.
Yeah.
I feel bad about myself. Like I said, not always their fault. Sometimes it's your fault. But for me, it's a red flag na maybe not so much for the person, but for this friendship.
Mm.
Maybe our dynamic is not healthy for me.
Oh yeah.
Minsan it's neither of our fault. Parang hindi mo fault, hindi ko fault, pero for some strange reason, I don't feel good about myself when we're
Mhm.
together. It means unhealthy yung relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for
Yeah.
me, that's really a red flag. Kasi parang sa akin, if we hang out, I have to have this feeling afterwards na, oh my gosh, that was so much fun.
Yeah,
I
you're
want to do that. I want to
happy.
do that
Mhm.
again. I want to hang out with this person again. But when you have this feeling like, ugh, I that wasn't pleasant, and you're relieved, that you're back home or something.
Mm.
Then yeah, there might be a problem.
For me, siguro, you know how like sometimes a little fun when you talk to your friend about like certain people, but when that's the only thing you do,
Oh yeah,
I think it's a red flag. Yeah,
yeah.
you can't even talk about your life anymore. Like um,
Like
stuff
happy
that you
stuff.
do, happy stuff. It's really more about other people. I think it's a red flag. It's not like
Parang
totally cancel the friendship. It's more like you might want to think about your relationship with this person.
para siyang one trick pony. Like
Yeah.
if you
Yeah,
take this out, what do you have left? Are we still
Kasi nga
friends?
they do say
yeah,
that's the quickest way to bond with someone. Like a
yes,
common enemy is a great way to fast track your relationship into a friendship with someone. Like
Yeah.
kasi
mm,
we all have this common enemy. We hate this person.
Yeah.
Let's band together. And yeah, then nagkaka-developan na lang kayo as friends
As friends.
eventually. But
yes,
kunyari na that was initially how you became friends, but you never evolved past it and you just continued to basically bash that person na kaaway nyo. Na wala naman kayo ibang ginagawa for fun or when you're enjoying each other's company. Yeah, that's
Parang hindi yata
a
friendship yun.
problem.
Oo nga.
Hindi
Ano na
na.
yan?
Hindi na talaga.
Hate committee.
Hate committee.
'Di ba?
Parang ang pangit nung
Yes.
parang ang pangit nung ang common thread nyo is a
Hatred.
common hatred for
Hatred.
somebody else.
Oo,
True.
So
exactly.
negative. But yeah, so there you go. Oh my God, it's
Friday,
a weekend.
Friday, 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 Friday,
We're
And
so happy that
Friday,
we
Friday,
made it
Friday.
through this week.
that's right.
And we're also happy that we're moving to MECQ.
Yes.
And we're very excited. I guess we'll find out what the schedule will
Oh
be
yeah, oo
next
nga
week
pala,
because
no?
the past couple of weeks, diba, iba yung schedule natin. But
Stay
And try
safe
to get
out there,
to
you
know,
guys.
they
uh,
try to get to know like the parameters of
mm,
MECQ.
yeah,
Kasi
Mm.
iba siya. So just to make sure that you don't end up, being called out na bawal mamaya
violating
Oo,
anything,
mamaya bawal
any
pala yung
rules.
ginagawa mo. So go check it out and we'll see you next week.
That's right. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Make sure to catch me tonight on the Monster Hit List. And thank you so much for joining us on Facebook Live. So goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live and goodbye to everybody
Bye,
on air as well.
guys.
Stick around. All Out is up next.